Hey, it's a brand new day. Welcome to The Rundown with Ramon. My name is Ramon Ray, host of The Rundown with Ramon, and I'm so glad you're here today. Hope your day is going pretty fantastically well and blessed. My day is doing pretty good. And that's because you're here today on The Rundown with Ramon, where we ask you for just a bit of your time to give you the top things you need to know to live your best life or start or grow your business. This is a new edition of The Rundown with Ramon, and I'm glad you've saying, you know what, out of all the things you could be doing, all the scrolling I could be doing, going here, going there, going up, going down, talking to your kids, petting your cat or your dog, worrying about this, that, or the other, or eating a bowl of, I don't know, oatmeal with some sugar on it, or a turkey sandwich with avocado, cheese, and bacon, you decided to be here with me today on The Rundown with Ramon. We got a brand new episode for you where we're going to dive into a few things today. One, we're going to address the question of social media companies, how companies can support mental health in the digital age. We're going to talk about 6 steps you can use to boost your flow state and make you super productive. 10 tiny tricks that will give you a healthier mindset than 99% of people all around you. We're going to talk about how bad is a $10,000 balance on your credit card. Credit cards are important at times. The 7 best AI video tools for creators, marketers, tried and tested. We're going to touch on something really important. I like, how do I stop living paycheck to paycheck? A surprising answer. How you can write effective social media guidelines that protect your brand. Lyft's CEO, Lyft's a cool company talking about purpose, and we're going to touch on 4 types of webinars that convert prospects into customers. Again, I'm glad you're here today. My name is Ramon Ray. Started 5 companies, sold 3 companies, authored 5 books, and we enjoy giving you the rundown with Ramon every single episode. Karen is here in the house. Karen, happy day to you. Wishing you a blessed, fantastic day here on The Rundown with Ramon. So with that, why don't we get started? We got a lot to unpack for today. Let's not take a minute longer as we dive into what we're going to talk about today on The Rundown with Ramon. Before we do that, one thing I want to ask you to do today, I want to ask you to do this, and that's to be intentional. Be intentional. I want today you to be intentional about making the world a better place. Not the whole world, because we probably can't, but to be more intentional about letting somebody know that you care and spreading that love and cheer to all. So will you do that for me today? With that, let's get on to it. The Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. Social media, how companies can support mental health in the digital age. And of course, it's an oxymoron. We've been all digital for many years. But I wonder, does social media have a role to play in helping us with our mindset, and not just a role to play in tearing us down, causing us divisiveness and more? We can't help what the politicians do, tearing each other down. We can't help what the complicit media may do, doing some of that. But maybe we as individuals can do a little bit better in making the world a better place. What can social media do? Writes our friends at Forbes. Jenna Nuri talks about this. 1, do brands have an important role to play? I don't know, but I think they can make a choice to have a role to play in making the world a better place, especially in the world of mental health. Take, for instance, the legs trend, which involved doing different positions in leggings. The trend was ultimately banned from TikTok due to concerns that promoted negative body image perceptions. Point being, that's an example of brands can choose to promote something that's more positive and good, understanding they have influence, or brands can choose not to do that. So brands do have a role to play. And I think one thing that we can do is promote mental health awareness. Mental health has been a stigma decades ago, but in recent days, due to the rise of personal development of the things, it seems to have risen to a place of prominence that it's okay to say, I need to check my mental health. Number 2, foster a positive online environment. Not that we have to live in a Pollyanna world, but what can we do to make sure the environments we're around, the environments we're creating, are much more positive and not so much of a drag, not so negative, not so incendiary? What about providing resources and support, letting people know, here are some ways you can get help? My good friend, Dr. Janie Lacey. Check her out. Dr. Janie Lacey, America's favorite psychotherapist. Check out my friend, she's not a doctor, but check out my friend, Larissa Harrington, an amazing coach and mindset coach. So can we provide resources and support and letting people know there is a better way than living a life of despondency, depression, and more? Number 4, leading by example. What can we do to lead by example and to share with people, hey, I have issues too, and I need help too, and it's okay to want to talk to other people. So we can do a lot more day by day by day by leading the effort of mental health and not making mental health seem such a closed thing, seem such a taboo things. Thank you, Karen, being in there. Unpack the information suitcase. Let's go. That's how we do on the rundown with Ramon. So glad you're here, Karen, and thanks for spreading the word. Ding, 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 ding. 6 steps to boost your flow state and make you super focused and productive. How can you be more productive? How can you boost your flow state? Writes Marcel Schwantes. Few things that we may be able to do. And there are things that can steal your productivity, including your email box, other people's priorities, phone notifications, scrolling on social media, procrastination, busy work, but not productive work. One is to find your flow state. Where do you flow best? For me, it is absolutely early mornings is where I thrive, is my best time period. 6 steps, things you can do to take your flow to a higher level. 1, make sure the direction in which you're headed is crystal clear and there's no ambiguity. Where do you want to be? You can't do all the things. Be 100% committed to your objective with both your head and your heart in the game. Align your future goal to what you're contributing in the here and now. Think present gain, future gain, as I'm reading here from Inc. Make sure the difficulty of a task is not considerably higher than your skill level for that task. Doesn't mean it can't be higher, but that it's not extremely higher. You'll experience the ultimate anti-flow anxiety if you're trying to do something at a much, much, much higher level that's not the level that you could do or should do. Make sure your skill level for the task is not considerably higher than its difficulty. Otherwise, you'll experience a catatonic state of boredom. Make sure the difficulty of the task and your skill level do match up. If you want to be in flow state, make sure you're doing the things that you can do, the things that may stretch you a bit, but I love this advice, the things that don't stretch you too much, and the things that not are under what you can do. That's finding the perfect balance. Again, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. We ask for a few minutes of your time to give you the top things you need to know to live your best life or start or grow your business. So I'm so glad you're here today as we move forward on the Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. 10 tiny tricks that will give you a healthier mindset than 99% of people. Do you want a healthier mindset? Then here's a few things you may want to do. And one is the aspect of practicing gratitude. When you practice gratitude, it's hard to live a jacked up life because you're grateful. Instead of tearing down, you build up. Instead of being complacent, you're proactive. Instead of looking at somebody else with envy and greed, you're looking at somebody with admiration or to help them on their way. So that's one, practicing gratitude. Number 2, get out of your comfort zone. If you're always doing only something that makes you comfortable, that's no bueno. Get out of your comfort zone. Practice mindfulness and meditation, being quiet and thinking, giving your mind space to think. Learn from failure. This is important, learning from failure. 5, allow yourself to feel each emotion. Feeling the emotions that you have is not bad. That's a good thing because we are emotional people created by God to be emotional. This is why we cry, when we smile, when we laugh, when we lick some ice cream and feel great. Like Folgers has the coffee commercial, the best part of waking up is Folgers, or K has every kiss begins with K. Set clear and motivating goals if we want to have a healthier mindset than most other people. People who are not on the track to a healthier mindset don't have clear and motivating goals. Surround yourself with positivity. If you're surrounding yourself with negativity, you're not living the life you want. Limit negative inputs. Eliminate all sources of negativity from your life. Exercise regularly. Exercise regularly. This is important to move your body. Positive affirmations. Speak good thoughts into your mind. Don't let your thoughts take over your mindset and drag it down. This is how you live the life you want. Greg Baker's in the house. What's up, Greg? Thanks for being here. Oh, Greg Becker. Greg Becker. Good to have you here, Greg. What's up, Karen? You're welcome. Glad you're enjoying the tips as we move on here with the Rundown with Ramon. Spread the word. Let people know you're watching the Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. How bad is a $10,000 balance on your credit card? Well, I want to say right at the top, depends on what that balance is. If it's for business and you're making money on that balance, debt's not bad. Using other people's money, managing that debt to increase your cash flow. You just don't want to have so much debt where it drowns you. Those high interest rates are high, and eventually you want to pay it off. Now, for consumers, you're using that debt just to fund a life that you don't have and can't afford. That's no bueno, because you're not going to get a return on that TV. You're not going to get a return on that car. You're not going to get a return on that expensive Louis Vuitton pair of slippers. It's just going to drag you down. So debt is a tool that can be used, especially for business, tax deductible, and et cetera. But be careful of it. It can definitely eat you alive and mess you up. Our friends at Fool.com talk about that. Stop using credit cards to fund an experience. Reduce your expenses, and live a better life. Again, thanks for joining. If you just joined, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Glad you're here today. Well, we ask for a few minutes of your time to give the top things you need to know to live your best life or start to grow your business. Check me out at RamonRay.com. Check us out at zoneofgenius.com. If you're liking this information, let's keep moving forward. Ding, 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 ding. The 7 best AI video tools for creators and marketers, tried and tested. A few video tools you want to check out. CapCut is gangsta. It is really, really good. CapCut takes your video and put it in little clips, and you can use it for the future. CapCut. 2 is Descript. Best AI video tool for podcasters and interviewers. Descript is a brilliant AI video editor for folks who hate editing videos, says our friends at Buffer. Rather than dragging video titles in and out on a timeline, Descript allows you to edit clips based on the transcription. Runway. Best AI video generator to generate videos. Moving forward, Lumen, best AI video tool for marketers. A great addition to any marketing tool stack. With just a couple of clicks, you can convert blog posts or articles, voiceovers, or talking head clips into professional-looking videos. Next up is Synthesia. I'd never heard of that one. Best video AI tool for using digital avatars. Avatars could be good by people. I don't like avatars so much, but they have their place. They're pretty cool sometimes. Wondershare Fill More, best intermediate video editor with AI features. Online video editing tools are pretty cool. In Video AI, I've used that before too. Best AI video tool for generating a starting point. There's a number of video editing tools you can use, and I suggest you start to use them. There's another video editing tool I used called Wave, I believe it was, or something like that, Wave Video. So there's a number of ways you can definitely edit video on the fly. I've used Microsoft. Forgot what Microsoft has a video editing tool. Adobe has a video editing tool, and there's many others you can use. And guess what? Many of them are free, so try them out. And the ones that you like, you can invest in them and use them and purchase them and then use them for the long term. Hope that's helpful. And video is powerful. Video is the way to humanize and personalize your brand. Again, I'm glad you're here in the Rundown with Ramon. All we ask is for a few minutes of your time to give you the top things you need to know to live your best life or start or grow your business. Ding, 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 ding. How do I stop living paycheck to paycheck is a powerful question. Vox, our friends at Vox.com, answer this question. And the one answer they give about how to stop living paycheck to paycheck is you have to decide, A, to stop spending money on things you don't need. And as you stop spending that money, to save that money, build up for your retirement, build up for future things. And then ask yourself as well, what can you do to earn more money? It's about living below your means. If you earn $200,000 per year, most of that goes to taxes. And then from what's left of that, you have your tithes if you tithe, savings. You have your regular household expenses, your house, maybe a car. Maybe you sell the car and buy a cheaper car and you reduce your expenses. And then you don't have to live paycheck to paycheck because you're building up savings. You have a cushion and you have to live below your means. And if you want all the things, the nicer things, see what can you do to earn more money? Do you have to be more educated? Can you do a side income without sacrificing your health and your family? But most Americans, most of us live paycheck to paycheck. If we didn't have money coming in for X period of time, we'd be jacked up. Karen Venzen chimes in here and says, make a budget. That can help as well to help guide you of what to spend and not spend. Some people see budget as a negative word, but it's not. It's a disciplinary tool that can help you live the life you want. And again, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. How do we stop living paycheck to paycheck? Part of it is the mindset to determine we don't want to live that way any longer. That's how it's done. How to write effective social media guidelines that protect your brand. How do we do that? How do we write guidelines that our team and employees can use to know how to vibe with us, how to write and get things that are help our brands and don't get us in trouble? Understand what's your brand's purpose, though, on social media. Do you have a company style guide? Do you have access to a shared brand asset folder? What about using guidelines as a brand defense? What are the legal concerns? Are there unsanctioned brand accounts that somebody created about your brand? And maybe it's good, but you don't sanction it or you can't control it. What about employees who have left and still have access to your social media accounts? These are some things we can do, especially as our businesses grow, that we can get a bit smarter in how we're leveraging the power of social media for our brands. I hope you're enjoying the Rundown with Ramon. If you are, I encourage you, DM me, take a screenshot, reach out to me on LinkedIn, comment, reach out to me on Instagram, Ramon Ray Smart Hustle. We're here to help you live your best life or start or grow your business. Lyft's CEO, ding, 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 ding. Let's transition. Lyft's CEO says, how do you live with purpose? This is in time.com some time ago, but I think it's interesting to go back to. Leading with purpose is saying, let's just look at one social problem. Vivek Murthy, the U.S. Surgeon General, has written pages about the epic problem of loneliness in the United States and how the societal bonds that used to hold us together are broken. If you self-identify as lonely, it's like smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day. So it's like, okay, what do? We bring people together. We bring them to the restaurant, to the concert. So how can we figure out a way to do better? How do we do this? What are things we can do to help bring people together? Lyft CEO says this is what it means to live with purpose. In case of Lyft, we started with big societal issues like loneliness and saying, how can we help people? At least if not exactly 100% overcome it, we're not going to be the whole situation, at least be a force in the right direction. People, we all have this choice like Lyft's CEO did, to live a life with purpose, to see what can I do to make a better impact in the world around me, bit by bit, day by day, year by year, week by week, month by month, and not just on the holidays, but every time we can. Tanya is here on the Rundown with Ramon. Made my day. What's up, Tanya? Glad you're here today on the Rundown with Ramon. This is what it is to live a life with purpose. And it's not just Lyft CEO, billion-dollar company, trillion-dollar brand. No, we all can do a small part, as Tanya's saying here, to live life and lead with purpose. Just about every morning, I get up and do an Instagram story, a Facebook story, and I say, make an impact in somebody's life. I don't just say it to say it. I say it because I want to touch somebody's heart to do my little part to make the world a better place. We each can do that. Don't forget, if you're just joining, my name is Ramon Ray. This is the Rundown with Ramon. Get to know me better at RamonRay.com. Get to know me better at zoneofgenius.com. Take a screenshot. Let people know you're watching the Rundown with Ramon. Comment, forward, share, like, and spread little seeds that we're doing here on the Rundown with Ramon. Ding, 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 ding. 4 types of webinars that convert prospects into customers, changing, doing a big right turn here. Webinars are important ways to spread thought leadership, to spread your insights to people, what's called top of funnel. The people at the very surface, not bought from you yet, not customers from you yet, maybe not even considering you yet, but they hear something you're saying, like you're hearing my voice. Generate awareness. Number 2, solutions-focused webinars and product demonstrations. Get people to consider you. I was thinking about this. Let's see how this solution might work for me. A webinar to onboard customers. Help them make decisions and actions. Customer success webinars to build loyalty. I'm in a program called Traffic, Sales, and Profit. We have a number of content that is done for us to help build us to that brand more, make us stickier. So webinars are a powerful way that you can use to connect better with customers, to better marketing with your existing customers. Webinars are powerful. Thank you for that kind word. I'll receive that, Tanya, since you were kind enough. You're absolutely amazing. Thank you for all that you do in making an impact on our lives. Well, I'll receive that and say thank you. Listen, everybody, as we come towards the tail end of another edition of The Rundown with Ramon, as I say all the time, if you're enjoying this content, check us out at zoneofgenius.com. I encourage you to be clear on what you really, really, really want in life. Ask yourself, do you want to be in business? This is not Shark Tank. This is no games and fun here per se. This is life. And Shark Tank is life to some degree. But this is the real life. Are you hungry enough to have the success that you want in life? Are your prices a premium? Or are they the cheapest, giving you lowest margin so you can't do what you want for your family and community? Take a minute to ask yourself, what do you do best? What does Karen do best? What does Deanna do best? What's up, Deanna? Glad to have you here. What does Tanya do best? What does Greg do best? And can we get paid doing it to make the world a better place? Again, everybody, it's been a pleasure and a joy to have you here on this edition of The Rundown with Ramon. I can't wait to have you on the next edition of The Rundown with Ramon. Be blessed. Have an amazing day. Go out and make a difference in the world. We need you to show up and be the best version of yourself. Greg, you are welcome. We need you to help others be the best version of themselves. I'll see you next time on the next edition of The Rundown with Ramon. Thanks so much for being here today. Be blessed and have an amazing, amazing day. And be healthy.